tells the mysterious search for the sun's configuration, which is different from the currently accepted by the scientific community. The space sequel based on ancient science was developed to aid scientists in their quest for a deeper understanding of the past. The system being elevated here is an ancient tale that had been in existence since eternity. It means the universe has no beginning and thus no end. Modern science frequently makes proposed many hypotheses that are not logically factual and are accompanied by ifs and buts. The assertion that controversial tale originates from the sizable hot balloon ignited public interest in it. Science puts up a lot of theories, but they were all debatable. It says that the solar nebula, a massive spinning cloud of interstellar gas and dust, is where our solar system began some 4.5 billion years ago. The nebula whirled faster and flattened into a disk as it shrank under its gravitational pull. It is said, the possibility of life does not feasible without the energy of sunday. According to scientists, the sun is a bright, burning yellow dwarf with a core temperature of 15 million degrees, and whereas the surface temperature is 5,500 degrees. The temperature we receive on our Earth planet is quite bearable, that is got after various filtrations existing in the atmosphere. In recent times, a new observation has come to light that a part of the sun broke off from its filament on the north polar vortex and lingered overhead for hours can destroy the climatic conditions significantly, havoc in natural disasters. To date, nothing is noticeable. Are the observations and reported materials false and do not make any sense? Such reports should not come into the public domain as will create panic among them. The public has been already under strain due to cause of demanding additional hungry for more power requirements and showing superiority. The damaged climate will continue the world over with increasing developments. Besides this, now we intend to blame the role of planets and stars which are eternal. They are the least harmful. On the other hand, the battle for global supremacy among cultures has increased dread in the theories underlying social development. The science also laid down various characters of the sun by estimating notions theoretically, and some are true. On the other side, tons of other fiction sagas are still floating on by various cultures which are based on children game plan. The mixing to notions makes the reality complicated. No doubt science did commendable work, but the empowering of the scientific terminology in text makes the whole subject complicated to a common person for understanding. The more is complication, the better deepness of the concept. Had similar kinds of notions been adapted by ancient philosophy, their usefulness would have been lost the way. While the use of scientific jaguars of wording by today's science made isolated compartments from others, this is an additional burden to the scientific world. At this juncture, a rethinking of its efficacy is needed to look for before it is too late. Given the analogy, it is not too late in exploring the ancient philosophical views endorsed by the universal observers who possess the perfect knowledge of everything and nothing is hidden from them. For our benefits, it is better to follow the theory of the universal observers who defined every bit of subject needed for the human in easy terminology. Their theory reveals that the sun is Physically, its shape is semi-sphere with a flat circular plateau at the top of a diameter of nearly 55,000 kilometers, a beautifully eternal establishment that consists of a temple at its center with Tirthankara's stature. The living conditions are pleasant, and a good number of celestial beings live there in a well-organized manner. Interestingly, the surface of the semicircular part of the Sun acts like a mirror surface that functions as a reflector for emitting light and heat generated due to the bombardment of an atomic chain reaction on its surface. A remarkable image was produced by scientists recently. The light coupled with heat that we receive on our Earth and elsewhere had been in force for an eternity and is not a creation of Superman or agency. As a result of human karmas, energy production is self-made and thus will continue to evolve for an endless time. Viewing the ancient quantum theory of the Sun, we can deduce as one rather than being a ball, the Sun is a half-cut ball. 2. On a circular, flat platform with a temple at its center, the astrological celestial entities reside. 3. The Sun's diameter is almost 55,000 kilometers with a normal pleasant conditions. As a result, the core has a normal temperature, in contrast to what the modern science has predicted. 4. The Sun is characterized by the ancient philosophy, which is based on the radiations of 12,000 mixed hot rays emerge from its curved surface as a result of atomic chain reactions. 5. The red color rays are said to be emitted from the surface. Its changes to yellow in color on our Earth can be filtration in between. 6. The intensity and heat ejected from its surface vary largely from one point to another end. 7. The Sun is eternal and no destruction will ever take place. We find interesting features about the Sun's notions that gives ample scope for science to explore its new proposition. This can unlock the various hidden secrets of space science. The observation of the two sciences differs widely from each other. The modern one is practically based on some assumptions, and whereas the ancient one is based on reality. It is a suggestion to the modern world to imply ancient science in their scheme of assignment for the benefit as well as of knowing its efficacy. This would help to unlock the long-standing configuration in space science. The modern world must endure a challenging flight to the Sun in exploring truthfulness. The author is willing to extend his help. Earlier found true in locating the appropriate pathways. Many predictions made in past have come to pass.